I'm going to look at thisiswhyimbroke.com. So we're going to dive into the about page there. We're going to look at what's on there and what that tells us about the overall site. My name is Doug Cunnington. I'm from Niche Site Project. I have a PMP certification, so I tie together project management along with internet marketing, and I apply that to Amazon affiliate sites. So as we scroll down, we'll see we can go here, the helpful links area. We can go to about, and we see that it's an online magazine run by geeks, and it's pretty simple, very short, straight to the point, kind of like we would expect, judging from the kind of information and just the content in general on the site, which is very brief. Usually there's like a sentence or two for a product. They have a small contact page, which is cool. So they kind of combine those. A lot of times I'll have a contact page separate from the about page, but this is totally cool. And they have a pretty small staff. It looks like just 4 people as they list it here. And if you check out their site just in general, and you know what, we can go take a look right here and just look at geeky stuff. We'll digress just for a second, just so you can see like how brief an actual listing is. So I'm going to try and find one here that doesn't go directly to Amazon. Any of these that I would click on would go directly to Amazon. So we'll go here. So you can see it's just like 2-3 sentences, maybe a picture. If they're lucky, they'll have a YouTube video as well. And then there's just a bunch of other links. So the point is, it's really light on content. Now, my thought is most likely, they have the lead developer probably handles the site, but I think a lot of this information here is probably pulled directly from the listing. So I think this is programmatically done versus someone manually typing all this stuff in. That's my guess. So they have, pretty small staff. Looks like Adam Friedman founded it, and then they have, some people working on it. And of course, Chewbacca the dog. Good looking dog there. Head of legal affairs. Now, as we look here, this is where it gets interesting. The press and notable mentions. So this is one of the reasons why it would be pretty hard to recreate this kind of site. So in 2014, this is when the site went big. They're in Time Magazine, Huffington Post, Tony Hawk Tweet. So that's something new there. Gizmodo, MSN, New York Times, so on and so on. And basically this adds social proof for the site in general, and it gives a sort of notoriety. Now, the reason why This Is Why I'm Broke would be really hard to emulate, recreate, or reverse engineer and do yourself is because it's not unique anymore. So at the time, this was sort of a unique site, 2014, right? And now there are copycats already, and it's just not novel anymore, but it was novel at the time. So it's a pretty good about page because it's brief, and they give a little bit about the staff. There's actually images here of people, and they have a dog to show they like animals, so that's a good thing. And the press releases and notable mentions are awesome because that gives social proof, and it sort of lends to the authority of the site. So good page overall. It'd be, like I mentioned, it'd be a little hard to recreate this sort of thing on your own. But if your site rather is featured on bigger sites, noting it on your about page could be a great way to let people know that your site is an authority in the niche. So I'm Doug Cunnington. I'm from Niche Site Project, and you should subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Like this video if you got something out of it, and be sure to check out the overview video for This Is Why I'm Broke, and you'll get a little bit more information about how the content side of the site is put together.